What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, GBossDE. Today we're going to be checking out a video titled 7 Things You Didn't Know About Germany, Feli from Germany. So this is coming out of the Feli from Germany YouTube channel. Go check it out. Link for the original video will be in the description. Thank you guys for watching. And if you have any recommendations, feel free to leave us in the comment section down below, or click the link that I will provide for you guys in the comment section down below, where you guys can add whatever videos that is related to Germany, and I'll react to it just for you guys. But either way, but without further ado, guys, let's get right into this video.
German prisons, Oktoberfest, and the infamous Autobahn. This list has it all. Let's talk about 7 things you didn't know about Germany until now.
All right.
Hello, servus, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Feli. I'm originally from Munich, Germany, but I've been living here in Cincinnati, Ohio, on and off since 2016. And while most Americans I meet here know a lot about German cars and engineering, about German history, and often even about soccer, I found that there are a few things that
Soccer? Football? Really? Americans know about German soccer. There's no way. That I just don't see that happening. Like, usually Americans are die hard, whatever. They're usually locked in with a specific sport. Like, I'm locked in with basketball. I don't really, mess with every other sport. Like, I know things about it, but I don't know like that deep. So for Americans to actually know German soccer, that is actually pretty impressive.
Totally surprised them whenever I mention them. So I put together a list of 7 of those things, and I bet most of you didn't know these either. Number 1, It's not illegal to break out of prison. Yes, you heard correctly. In the US and in Canada, breaking out of prison is considered a criminal offense, and if you get caught, it'll most likely lead to your prison sentence being extended. But in Germany, if you're incarcerated and manage to escape, that's actually considered part of a human's natural desire for freedom and ties back to the very first paragraph of our constitution, the Grundgesetz, that says, "Human dignity shall be inviolable. To respect and protect it shall be the duty of all state authority." The German people therefore acknowledge inviolable and inalienable human rights as the basis of every...
Listen, I still have not wrapped my hand around the whole Europe, Germany, prison, jail type stuff. I still have not. There are so many things that would just blow the average American mind when they hear about these kind of stuff. Like the way how the prisons look. Now you can literally walk up out of that joint and what's up? Peace, I'm out of here. And we good. Like what? Like you just get caught, they put you back. Dang, that's crazy.
Community of peace and of justice in the world. So since the desire to be free is considered part of human nature, breaking out of prison is not counted as an additional charge in Germany and won't extend your sentence. What is illegal, however, is helping a prisoner to break out, and if the prisoner commits other criminal offenses in order to escape, such as damage of property or assault, they can be charged for those. And if they do get caught, they might also get disciplined by the prison for violating the prison rules, and it might hurt their chances for an early release. Germany isn't the only country where escaping from prison isn't illegal, by the way. It's the same in Austria, Switzerland, the Netherlands, Sweden, and even Mexico, just to name a few. By the way, just a little
Yo, Mexico need to cut that out. Cut that out, Mexico. You ain't supposed to be on that list. Mexico, come on now. Come on now. Be real, Mexico. You're not supposed to. What?
fact, German prisons are actually considered some of the nicest and humane prisons in the world, and they have a very different philosophy compared to American prisons, but that might be a topic for another video. Now, staying on the topic of security, one thing that you probably didn't know about Germany is that it's not very common to have security cameras at home. Well, here in the US, that's pretty standard. But I also never knew how easy it was to install security cameras before I came here. 2 of the things you didn't know about Germany is Germans get 4 to 6 weeks of vacation. Now, why would this even be surprising? Well, in the US, there's actually no legal requirement for how many vacation days or how much paid time off employers have to give their employees. According to Forbes magazine, the average American worker only gets 11 days of paid vacation per year. After 5 years of service, this increases to 15 days average, and after 10 years, it's 17 days. Which means that on average, even after 10 years of working at the same company, an American employee still gets fewer vacation vacation days than the legal minimum in Germany, which is 20 days.
Yeah, because the whole point of it is that there's no legal obligation by the company that you're working for to actually give you that. They're just giving you that because, you know, like you work a special job and they're like, okay, whatever. You know, have some lenience, but it's not like mandatory
Per year for a 5-day work week. That's just the legal minimum though. Most employers offer more vacation days than that. On average, it's around 28 vacation days per year, and you are usually also encouraged to take all of those vacation days. That's probably one of the reasons why Germans tend to travel so much. And nope, that does not include sick days. Those aren't limited at all. In the US, it's common to have a certain amount of paid sick days per year that are defined in your work contract.
I could never understand the freedom and trust that Europe you know, majority of these countries in Europe have for its people. It's just absurd to me. Like, imagine unlimited sick days like you just do it when you're sick. Well, like, maybe there's a criteria where, like, when you're sick, you have to provide, like, paperwork to show that you were sick or something. I don't know. But it's woof.
Forbes, Americans get 8 of those on average, meaning that if they have to call in sick on more than 8 days, they don't get paid for those days anymore. In Germany, you usually just call in sick and that's it. If you're sick for longer than 3 days in a row, you usually have to submit a doctor's notice, but you'll still get paid. Before I moved to the US, I never even thought about this one being unusual in any way, but growing up, there was a brothel right by the mall I would always go to and close to the subway station. So every time I took my bike there, I literally went right by the brothel. Because yes, prostitution is legal in Germany.
I was like clocking and I'm like, isn't that with the that I was like, oh wow.
So don't be surprised if you see streets like these in Germany. This is the Reeperbahn, which is an infamous party area in the city of Hamburg, full of bars and nightclubs, but also full of adult shops, strip clubs, and when you enter the side streets and alleys, full of prostitution. But on Main
the
Street,
alley, don't go down the alley. Crazy. In America, you get caught up with that, boy, you got it, man. Like, you're gonna get a lot of issues if you get caught up with this. Both parties, not just the supplier or the person seeking supplies, but everybody in the activity. Yeah, you get it messed up, baby.
you literally see people of all ages, tourists, even kids sometimes, stroll down the street and check out the adult shops because they usually have brightly lit windows and
just you know what, I'm not gonna say nothing.
open doors, kind of as if they were like tourist gift shops or something. And some of them even have a Döner kebab window built in. This is Germany in a nutshell right there. Germany is one of 9 European countries where prostitution is legal and regulated, but I would say Germany and the Netherlands, a kebab window built in. This is Germany in a nutshell right there. Germany is one of 9 European countries.
Illegal to buy. Okay, so Sweden, damn. Oh, okay. Finland, it's legal, but unregulated, excluding organisms such as. Oh, okay. No criminal penalties for prostitution. Dang. What? Okay. Wow.
Where prostitution is legal and regulated, but I would say Germany and the Netherlands are probably the 2 countries that are best known for it. Number 4, the Autobahn does have speed limits. Yes, you heard right, but let's back up a little bit. The German Autobahn, or Autobahn in English, is known for being one of the only places in the world where you can drive without any speed limit, and it's actually become a popular tourist destination for car enthusiasts. Now, first of all, many people seem to believe that the Autobahn is some type of racetrack or one single street in Germany, when in reality, Autobahn is simply the German word for freeway or interstate. So the Autobahn really is all over the country, but don't be surprised if you get on it and see a speed limit sign right away. Because while there isn't a general speed limit for the entire Autobahn in Germany, about 30% of the Autobahn do actually have permanent speed limits posted, and on about 10% of it, you'll find temporary speed limits due to construction zones. Now that does still leave us with about 60% of the Autobahn that has absolutely no speed limit. So yes, you will see cars going 200, 250 kilometers per hour or faster passing by in a flash. So make sure to stay out of that left lane unless
Yeah,
you're the
boy!
fast one or for when you're passing someone else. But then always make sure to get back into the right lane as soon as possible and never ever
I mean, I can probably stay in the left lane. You got me in a Bugatti, you got me in one of the Lambs or something. Keep going, boy. I'm just playing though. I don't really think it's very safe to drive fast over a constant duration of time. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's cool to go fast, phew, but you gotta slow it down because, like, consistency with speed is one of the most dangerous thing, in my humble opinion, unless you're like in a spacecraft or, you know, not spacecraft, but like aircraft or something, where the speed is constant. But I think even in with aircrafts, the speeds are not constant. Like if you monitor the pace of the airplane, I don't think the speeds are actually constant because, yeah, just going fast for a long period of time is just not ideal in my humble opinion.
Someone on the right side. In the US, people pass on the right all the time on interstates, and I think as long as there are more than 2 lanes, that's actually legal too. But on the German Autobahn, you're always supposed to stay as far right as possible. We call it the Rechtsfahrgebot, and only use the lane on your left for passing. Now that being said, while we don't have a regulated speed limit for the entire Autobahn, there is something called Richtgeschwindigkeit, advisory speed limit, and that is at 130 kilometers per hour. Now, you're still allowed to go faster than that when there's no posted speed limit, but in the case of an accident, you might be considered partially at fault, even if you didn't cause the accident, which means that you or your insurance might have to pay for some of the damage. So that's something to keep in mind. By the way,
I mean, you go 130 and you got an accident, or over 130 and you catch an accident, yeah, you won't have to worry about insurance because you'd probably be, you know.
Find out more about all things driving in Germany, make sure to check out this video. Okay, so for this next one, I never even realized that this misconception existed until I came to the US and got asked about how I celebrate Oktoberfest when I'm away from home. And I've definitely mentioned this one on my channel before, but since Oktoberfest is starting in just a couple weeks, I felt like it might be worth mentioning again. Oktoberfest is not a cultural holiday like Thanksgiving or Carnival that people celebrate all over Germany. Oktoberfest is simply the name of one specific Volksfest, folk festival, or beer festival. I mean, yes, it's the biggest one in Germany and even the biggest one in the entire world, and there are events in other parts of Germany and all over the world that use the Oktoberfest theme and that are even called Oktoberfest, but that doesn't make it some kind of franchise. At least not in the eyes of someone from Munich, which is where Oktoberfest, or Wiesn as we call it, takes place. Most Germans from outside of Munich have never even been to Oktoberfest, and the vast majority of them don't plan on ever going either. At the end of the day, Oktoberfest is just one of over 9,000 Volksfeste that take place in Germany every year. After Oktoberfest,
I had no idea about this one. I didn't even have this much idea. Like, I thought Oktoberfest was like a Thanksgiving. I thought that was the Thanksgiving of Germany. You're literally breaking my heart right now, telling me that it's just one little area, one name of a particular fest. That's crazy.
The biggest ones are the Kranger Kirmes in North Rhine-Westphalia, the Rheinkirmes in Düsseldorf, the Kieler Woche, which is an annual sailing event in Kiel up by the Baltic Sea, the Cannstatter Vasen in Stuttgart, the Nürnberger Volksfest, and many, many more. So no, I don't celebrate Oktoberfest when I'm not in Munich. It's not something you celebrate. You either attend it or you don't. And we don't say things like Happy Oktoberfest to each other either. If you're going to Germany for the first time and you expect to be running into Hitler statues all the time and swastikas on old buildings, you actually couldn't be more wrong. Because Hitler statues never really existed to begin with, and signs and symbols from the Nazi era are illegal in public spaces in Germany, unless it's in a historical context or a part of education, arts, science, or research. When the Federal Republic of Germany was founded in 1949, the idea behind this was to prevent victims and survivors of the Nazi regime from being confronted with these symbols unexpectedly in their everyday life. The ban includes flags, badges, uniforms, slogans, as well as forms of greetings, such as the Hitler salute. So nope, Germans won't find it funny if you do the Hitler salute, and you might actually get in trouble for it. Now, for symbols that were used way before the Nazis used them for their purposes, such as the swastika that
I genuinely don't know why some people in this world would take something like this for like a joke, you know, like, oh, I'm gonna pop off with the Hitler salute, or, you know, like, it's just like some things are supposed to just be dead and never, remembered. Like it's something you don't highlight at all. You just kill it, teach about it, but kill it. Don't allow it to be something of joy, like where you mock or jeer. Like it's not funny.
Originated in Asia as a symbol for fertility, or other Nordic and Germanic runes, those are only banned when they're specifically used in a political context with the Nazis or modern right-wing extremism. But if you're traveling to India or Scandinavia and you're getting a souvenir with one of those runes on it, you don't have to worry about bringing it to Germany. And on a related note, those of you who regularly watch my videos probably already know this, it's also illegal to deny or downplay the Holocaust in Germany, out of respect for all of the victims and their descendants. This is regulated in paragraph 130 for Volksverhetzung, so hate speech, and it's actually punished with either a fine or up to 5 years in prison. And last but not least, to end this video on a more fun and lighthearted note, this was something that completely blew Ben's mind when he came to Germany with me for the first time. Most taxis in Germany are Mercedes cars, or Mercedes as we say in German. I had never even thought about this being weird before, but in the US...
Yeah, it's very weird. It's very weird. Just to see in Europe where Mercedes, BMW and the Audi is just a common thing. It's nothing special. Every American who knows about cars, they're gonna be stunned. Like, what? Like, to have a Mercedes or a Mercedes is seen as, oh man, boy, you living right, baby. But to see that in Germany, just common, like, yeah, it's obviously going to shock you. And I think in general, Europe, they use these type of vehicles like, I don't know, man, like you don't have anything a little bit, taxi worthy, maybe a Toyota, no offense, Toyota, you know what I'm saying? Like the Prius type, I don't know.
Taxis can be all kinds of different car brands, and in a lot of cases they're just your regular Ford, Honda, Toyota, and other cheaper cars. And in Germany you'll see different car brands as well, but Mercedes-Benz has been the most popular and most common taxi car brand for as long as I can remember. Yeah. Specifically their E-Klasse model, E-Class, or for bigger cabs, the V-Class. However, Mercedes actually announced that they're not going to offer the E-Class in the taxi version anymore, starting this year, so maybe the era of Mercedes cabs is coming to an end. I think it's important to keep in mind though that while Mercedes cars are definitely nice and expensive cars in Germany, they're not considered super high-end luxury cars the same way they are in the US, for example. Facts. In fact, according to this statistic, Mercedes are the second most common cars on German streets, right behind Volkswagen. Growing up, I had a lot of friends who had a Mercedes as their family car, so maybe that's also why I never found it weird that that's the model of our taxis. Which of these 7 things surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below.
Big facts, man. Yo, let me know, like, am I tripping? Like, bro ran out of prison, he's straight. That's probably the most surprising one for me, but let me know which one was surprising for y'all, and thank you for watching. This is the end of the video. This was a very fun and informative video. Thank you, Felly, again for another banger, and yeah, that's it, guys. I'm out of here. Peace.